So tell us the story about Eddie Van Halen and how you met him. Come on.
Okay, well, Eddie Van Halen, of course, like one of those, you know, like guys, if you're into guitar playing, everybody wants to meet him, and I was one of them, you know, like very influential player. I mean, if Andy was still alive, he probably, you know, would be up in the list too, but unfortunately he's not. So Andy, you know, always talked about him. Yeah, I know him. I was like, well, Andy, let's go, you know, let's go. And he's like, man, one day he was in a good mood, you know. Sometimes he wasn't, but that day he was in a good mood. It's like, okay, let's go. We took the amp I brought from Germany, jumped in this Porsche, you know, ran up, what is it, Laurel Canyon or cold water?
Cold water.
Yeah, cold water. And met him. I hooked up the amp. He was a little bit confused at first because he had a master and a preamp volume, you know, like preamp, like a gain and a master volume, which he wasn't really familiar with because he always plays his like plexi, which, you know, just a one volume, and then he hasn't, you know.
Right.
So
just spinning everything on.
Yeah, and it's actually what now it's like I always hear the story like he's a set of 10, you know, his plexi. It's like that can't sound good, but I look, I think yeah, it's actually I think it's a 10 and it sounded great, but yeah. But he liked that amp too. I brought over and he said if he can buy it, and I said, well, yeah, hell yeah. So like, what do you want for it? And it's like, you know, and I was like modest at the time, you know. It's just like, well, give me $600 and a guitar of yours. You know,
so $600 on a guitar, and you have a guitar today?
Oh no, that you know, like the guitar I didn't like. He gave me the guitar. It was a basswood guitar, and I was into heavier guitars like maple.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but back then I was like, wow, that's like, nah, this is not a good guitar. You know, and the neck was kind of, I have big hands and it's skinny neck. I mean, you know, for him like, it might work, but for me it didn't really work. So like, I think I first sold the neck to somebody because it was too skinny or too narrow. You know, because my fingers too fat and then later on the body. I mean, I shouldn't have done it, but I was just like...
So you just took it apart and started selling?
Hey, I need some money. Give me some money. Okay, here it is, you know.
Excellent.
And I spent the $600, by the way.